Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ayana, and as you can tell by the title, today I will be giving y'all some Netflix suggestions. So in my 20 things to do during quarantine video, if you did not watch it, it looks like that. But in that video, I gave y'all Netflix suggestions to watch. I gave y'all series and I gave y'all movies. But I didn't go into depth. I just gave you the names of the series and the movies and left it as that. I left it up to y'all to see if y'all wanted to watch it or not. But this video is to specifically go into the actual series. This part, I'm going to do two parts of this video. This part is going to be series and part 2 will be movies. So I'm not going to keep talking. Let's just get into it. Also, if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notepad because I have everything written down here. And the reason I'm so much to the side is because I'm going to put like the, like the cover image of the shows right here. So, first on my list, I have Money Heist. This show, Money Heist, alright, that is the best show on Netflix, hands down. Don't argue with me. I mean, that show is a binge watching show because it's 4 parts and parts are basically seasons in that certain show. So that show is 4 seasons and every episode is like an hour. And in every single episode, it's something like you get anxiety every single episode. From the first episode all the way to the last. It's always something. And I'm going to go based off of the Google definitions. Well, not really the Google definitions, but I'm going to read them and then I'm going to go based off of my own. So I'm going to read it and then like interpret it in my own words. So basically it's about a criminal mastermind named Professor that has this big plan to rob the Royal Mint of Spain, because this show takes place in Spain. And he recruits certain people with abilities that have nothing to lose. So there's one person that's good with computers, and there's another person that's good with being the leader of the group. And everybody has their own special abilities. So he has all of them basically do all his dirty work. He does not go on the missions. He stays in his little hideouts and just basically takes care of them from there. He always sets everything up. He has everything set up before they even take place. Like, he could tell you how the next 5 years of your life is going to go, okay? That is how smart that man is. Like, Professor, if you're watching this, I love you. I know your name ain't Professor, but you know that's what people call you. But that show, I love it. Like, you need to watch it, and it is binge worthy. I'm giving y'all shows, except for maybe one on here, but I'm giving y'all shows that are binge worthy, but worthy, okay? Because we in quarantine, so most definitely go watch that. Please do. Like, I'll be so happy and you will not regret it, like, at all. So number 2 on my list, I have On My Block. On My Block is a great show. The way the last season ended, oh god, they need to hurry up. Like, that's how bad it is, because they really make sure every season, it's 3 seasons. After the first season, they make you want to watch season 2. After season 2, they make you want to watch season 3. And now season 3, I'm fiending for season 4. Like, it's stressing me out. And here it says, well, in my own words, these 4 kids named Monse, Ruby, Jamal, and Caesar, who confront challenges in their South Central Los Angeles and Hispanic neighborhood. And basically they go through a lot. They're basically just trying to survive high school, but a part of surviving high school comes with a lot of obstacles, and they go through that and then some. Like, these kids, they don't even have to go through some of the stuff that they going through. It's like they just all up in the mix. So I guess. But next on my list, I have All American. I love this show. It is not as good as Money Heist, but I love this show. It's actually a series that comes on TV, but it also comes on Netflix. So I more prefer to watch it when it comes out on TV, even though season 2 just came out, so it's not out anymore. But, well, I mean, it's out, but you know, I mean, like, the show is still not going on TV. So that show makes you want to watch it every Monday, because it will come on every Monday. at maybe 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. I forgot which one, but at that time, you sitting down in your seat, ready, waiting for All American to start. Like, that show is just... So it says Spencer James is a football player who eventually has to move into Beverly Hills with his coach, Billy, and then he has to move into their house with them so that he doesn't mess up his chances of being at that good white rich kid school, because he had to be living in Beverly Hills to actually attend the school. So he had to end up moving out of his hometown called South Crenshaw, and he had to move into Beverly Hills with his coach and his family and his one son. The coach's son, Jordan, he wasn't feeling him in the beginning. He was like, I don't like him. Like, why is he in my crib? Feel me? Like anybody would do. And on top of that, Spencer is a good football player. So, you know, Jordan was kind of like, is he trying to take my spot? Because Jordan was a starter quarterback. So Jordan was looking at him like, feel me? Like, I don't like this. But that show is a 10 out of 10. Highly recommend it. So the next show I have here is The End of the Fucking World. And the reason I say The End of the Fucking World is because, like, that's the name of it. Like, as you can see right here, it says The End of the Fucking World. But this show is heart racing as well. Like, it's about a girl named I'm looking at the definitions of, well, not the definitions, the descriptions on my phone. It's one girl named Melissa and another guy named James. And James is psychotic. In the first episode, like the first 10 minutes, you can see he's crazy. Like, he kills animals for pleasure. Like, he's crazy. And then Alyssa is somebody that more stays to herself. She eat lunch by herself, doesn't like going to school. She's very nonchalant. Like, she's really like just go with the flow, but she's a bad influence. So they went to the same school. One day Alyssa came up to him like, do you wanna da-da-da-da-da? And he was like, sure. But at first, I don't want to say too much, but like the description kind of says that. But James had it in mind to kill Alyssa. He wanted to kill her because he figured that Alyssa would be the first human he ever killed, because he always killed animals all his life. So now he's like, wait, this girl, I could kill her, you know? But I know nobody really thinks that way. That is not a good way to think, but that's how James was acting. So James had in his mind, like, I'm gonna kill her. But all the times he tried to do it, he was just like, I can't. Like, he really liked her, and they ended up getting strong feelings for each other, and it is just good. And I think they're on season 2 right now. I really hope season 3 comes out real soon, because I'm waiting. This is taking too long, like way too long. But next on my list, I have The Circle, and I don't need to look on my phone for this, because one, the description isn't even all that, because it's like a reality TV show, so it's not even like, no, feel me, it's not really like a plot, I guess. But this show is called The Circle, and The Circle is a show where you can, it's an apartment building, and there's maybe like, I'm not sure how many people, maybe like 7 or 8 people, all in different apartments. So basically, if you live in an apartment, you know, like you and your family live in one apartment, somebody else lived down the hall, like it was like that. But these people were not able to see each other. Like, they could not see each other. Like, they weren't allowed to leave their apartment. They could only go like outside of their like apartment door to, like, because the people would leave packages in front of their doors for them to take, because they would do challenges like baking contests or painting contests, and like they would drop off stuff for them to do, because they're stuck in there with no phone, just basically the TV. So that's how they will communicate with each other, through the TV program called The Circle. And you can either go in as your regular self, or you could go in as a catfish, because nobody's gonna see you. So the whole objective of the game is, of course, for somebody to make it to the end to get $1 million. No, not a million. $10,000. 10. I don't know. But you get money at the end of the show, basically. So that's everybody's goal to do. And yeah, so as the episodes go on, like, one person goes home because either they feel like that person is like doing too much or doing too little, or they feel like that person is too suspect, like, oh, I feel like she's a catfish, she gotta go, I feel like she's not being honest, and then when they pick who they want to go home, that person gets to visit one person. So that means that person that's going home gets to see, like, if they always felt fishy about somebody, say if their name is Katie, I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna go visit Katie because Katie was giving me catfish vibes. And then they will go and see if Katie was a catfish or not. They have a conversation, the person stays a little bit until they go home, and yeah, it's a good show, and it's also very funny. Next on my list, I have Stranger Things. Everybody who watched Stranger Things knows why I'm making this face, because the way the last season ended, and it's like, I don't know if just because the last season ended so bad, like, so it made me cry. A lot of Money Heist made me cry, On My Block made me cry, All American made me cry. All these shows make me cry. There's a lot of Netflix shows that have me in my bag. Number 9, forget about it, but Stranger Things, you know why I'm making that face, because the way it ended, I don't know if it's taken so long because of it ended so crazy, but Stranger Things is crazy. So basically, it's about this woman named Joyce Byers, and she just moved into a town with both of her sons, and one of their names is Will Byers. Yeah, Will Byers. And that town was freaky. So Will ends up going missing, so Joyce gets everybody together, and she gets this one sheriff, like a police officer, and all his friends to look for him. So they're looking for him every day, and it's like every day, like, Joyce is she knows that he's alive. Everybody's trying to say that he's dead. There's a possibility he could be dead, but Joyce knows. She's like, no, my son is alive, and he do be talking to her, but basically he's in a whole nother world. But it's a world that looks just like the regular world, but just like with zombies, and not zombies, like creatures and stuff. Like basically a anti-world, I guess you can say. But yeah, so that's basically what season 1 consists of. I don't want to say too much because this show does get freaky, and then they run into this girl named 11, and my son 11. That's how you know she's crazy. Her name is 11. Like, she could move things with her mind, and she is just, that girl is dangerous, like really dangerous. Number 7, I have Raisin Dion. This show is another banger. I keep saying these shows are bangers, but that's because they are bangers. So Raisin Dion is about a kid who has superpowers. One day he drops his bowl of cereal when he was getting ready to go to school, and of course he didn't want the bowl of cereal to fall, so it's like, he's like, oh, like he goes to get it, and then it just stops in mid-air. So it's like the milk and the cereal and this and that. He's just looking at it like. So ever since then he knew he had powers, and then he told his mom, he's like, Mom, Mom, I have superpowers. Of course his mom is like, oh, no you don't, like, she's not paying him any mind until one day she actually sees that he has superpowers, and it all goes downhill from there, and there's a big plot twist at the end. This is why you have to watch it. The plot twist is crazy. Like, so crazy. Like, it's bad. Like, you would never guess that. Like, I had to watch the whole season again. I watched that season like 3 times because that's how much I'm just like, what could I have missed? What did I do wrong? You know, like, how could I not have seen that? But, like, they just played it off so well. Like, it was too smooth. Like, too smooth. Number 8, I have Orange is the New Black. Now, this show, unfortunately, they are not making no more seasons. Yeah, I know. They're not making no more seasons, but this show is another binge-worthy show because its episodes are very long, and I'm not sure how many seasons it is, but it's a lot of seasons, and they're all eventful. So basically, my son Piper used to be with this woman, and this woman used to do drugs and wanted Piper to do her dirty work for her. So Piper, being her girlfriend, Piper does it, and her girlfriend goes to jail, but Piper was still out of jail. So eventually it catches up to her, and I think, yeah, Piper's ex-girlfriend ended up saying her name in court or whatever, so then they had to go get Piper, and then now Piper's in jail, and Piper's a regular nice woman, so she's just like, I don't belong here. She don't know what to do. Like anybody when they first go to jail, they're scared. She doesn't know what to do. She's new to this and so she was so sad she had to leave her boyfriend, and it was hard for her, you know. So she's basically just trying to survive jail. Well, that's how the first season is, but as it goes on and it goes on and it goes on, stuff happens, friendships are made, friendships are broken, your heart is broken, you getting angry. That show has your emotions up and down like a roller coaster. Let me tell you, take it from me. Take it from me, alright? I don't know why this piece keeps sticking out, but don't mind that. It's okay. It's okay. Number 9, the one I said broke my heart. Containment. This show right here, people might not want to watch it because it is about a virus that's going around. But this virus ain't nothing compared to Corona. Alright? Ain't nothing compared to Miss Rona. This virus is passed through liquids. And you get it, you dying. Like, it's nothing to it. Like, you're gonna die. And certain people don't want to watch it when I recommend it to them because they're like, oh, we're going through a pandemic. I don't want to watch that. My aunt. But anyway, yeah, some people don't like watching it, but I guarantee you if you watch it, you will not regret it. Like, that show is a good show, and it is very emotional. Like I said, I was crying. I mean, I know I'm a sensitive person, but that show will break your heart. Like, it will have you feeling a way. Like, if you have a heart and certain things get to you, you will most definitely feel a way about this show. And basically, a virus breaks out, and this police officer is the one who's, like, assigned to, like, basically take care of everything, like, to have the people who have the virus, like, stuck in this one particular place. Because once they found out who, like, which part of town had it, they blocked it off and made sure nobody else, like, went in or out, because they don't want it to be spread. So if they could not, so if they could keep it in its own certain area, why wouldn't they, you know? So that's what they did. So that police officer was in charge of patrolling that, making sure nobody went in, making sure nobody went out, taking care of people, bringing food to people. So that one officer just did everything. And it wasn't, it wasn't just about that one officer. It was about, I don't want to say too much, but this woman named Katie was a teacher, and she ended up going to the, I believe it was the hospital. Yes, it was the hospital where her class for a class trip, and that's when, like, everything went on lockdown. Nobody's allowed to go in or go out. So it was just a lot, and some people catch it, some people die, and the suspense is crazy, man. 100 out of 10. All right, it broke the scale. That's how good Containment is. All right, it's okay. Don't watch it. It's okay. Don't not watch it. You have to watch it. Like, you're not. I mean, I'm not sure the type of person you people are, but to me, in my opinion, it didn't really make me more scared of the virus, because it's like, at the end of the day, this is fake. But, you know, being with what we're going on with now, it could make you feel a little, but you'll be okay. You'll be okay. Next on my list, I have Love is Blind. This show, I haven't finished watching this show, but I recommend the show because it is a good show. I only watched like maybe like 3 or 4 episodes of it, and I'm recommending it because it's a good show. Like, basically, it's these women and it's these men, and their job is to date each other. And the reason why it's called Love is Blind is because the women cannot see the guys and the guys cannot see the women. So whenever somebody goes on a date with somebody, say this one woman named Angela goes on a date with Jake. Boom. So Angela's in her room, but they call it a pod. Angela's in her pod, Jake is in his pod, but there's a big glass in between them, like a window, but they can't see each other. So they're talking, but they can't see each other. So they get to know each other, and they get to develop this bond, and the point is for them to build a strong bond, get married, but before they get married, they actually get to see each other. So it's like, after they worked up all these emotions for each other, they're like, oh my god, I can't wait to see him. And then the man has to propose, and eventually they can meet each other, and then they get married. So it's very fun watching them, like, build that bond. And like, it's like, So romantic. If you like romantic shows, I definitely recommend Love is Blind. Okay. Next, number 12, I have The Umbrella Academy. Okay? And I did that because The Umbrella Academy is that show, alright? That show is about these kids that were born special. And I say they were born special because their mothers were, like, say at 5:30, their mother was like regular, not pregnant, nothing. Then 5:35, all of a sudden the mother is like 9 months pregnant, ready to give birth. And it's like their dad, I guess you could say, his name is Reginald Hargreaves. He adopted them because he's like, wait, these children, it was a total of 43 children that were born like that, like out of nowhere. Like in 5 minutes, the mother's just pregnant and giving birth. So he's like, wait, I need to get 7 of these children, you know, like, because I feel like I can test out the abilities and see what's so special about them, you know, like see why they're like this, you know. So he adopted 7 of them, gave their mothers money, and like their mothers weren't really expecting to have a child, so it's like they were basically like here, you know. So he adopted those 7 children, raised them, figured out all their abilities, and they all have their own special ability, obviously, and he would send them on missions. So it's like they were basically superheroes. So they would always save the day, you know, regular superhero stuff. And unfortunately, their dad ends up dying, and they're all brought back together to, like, not really solve why he died, but, you know, like, they came together because their dad just died. So they all come back to, like, the house that they grew up in, and it just goes downhill from there. I ain't even gonna say no more. Just know it go downhill after that. Okay? Alright. But I'm getting to the end. Sorry, my camera just said recording limit exceeded, so I guess since that part was so long without stopping, they said, start a new video. So, here's a new video. So, as I was saying, I'm getting to the end. This is my last suggestion, and it is called Never Have I Ever. So, I don't even need the phone for this. Like, I haven't been needing the phone for a couple of them. As you can see, I didn't really look at it. But I don't even need the phone for that, you know, because, one, the phone doesn't show the whole thing. Like, it's basically, like, one sentence. And I'm here to give you all the sentences. So, my friend Janaya put me onto this show. Shout out to Janaya because I love this show. Never Have I Ever is about this girl named Devi. And Devi is basically trying to create a new name for herself in high school because she was nothing bad. Like, she was labeled as something that she wasn't proud of, and it's like she couldn't really control it. So her beginning years of high school, it was like rough for her because everybody saw her as bleep, you know. So she didn't like that. So when she finally got better and she came back to high school, she's trying to create this new name. She's trying to be, you know, Devi, you know, like with the arm, like a Devi, you know, like not Devi. She want to be Devi, and she has a crush and she's trying to get with her crush, but she does it in the wrong way. Like Devi, she never had a boyfriend, so she's just like lost. But she really liked this guy, and she really tried to get with him, and she tried to be cool for him, and like she went up to him, telling him like, "I like you," you know. She's like she was straight up with it. So she wanted him to be her boyfriend because he was the cool guy, and she figured if she dated him, she'll be considered cool as well. So. And that's what she tries to do. But of course, every time you're trying to better yourself, you run into some problems. So her life is full of a ton of problems. And as you can see, she has 2 best friends in the picture. I forgot their names, but if you watch the show, you'll know their names. So yeah, their friends also run into their own problems as well. And it's just crazy as well. So yeah. This comes to the end of my video. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video because I sure enjoyed making it. Stay tuned for the part 2. Like I said in the beginning of the video, part 2 will be filled with movies since this part was full of series. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope you take some of my suggestions into consideration. And I already know some people are probably saying, oh, who hasn't watched On My Block? Who hasn't watched All American? Who hasn't watched Money Heist? You'll be surprised how many people have not watched these shows, because when I saw Never Have I Ever, I always looked at it and I just kept scrolling past. I never like paid any mind to it, but until I was recommended by my friend, that's when I was like, let me watch it, because why not, you know? So when I watched it, that's when I actually saw like, this show is not bad. I actually like this show, you know? So not everybody has watched all the things. Maybe some people will, but some people won't have seen all the things I have written down here. So take that into mind, that not everybody is going to have watched all these shows. Maybe you have, and maybe the other person has not. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. And yeah, this comes to the end of my video. I keep saying that every time I get lost, but yes, stay at the end of the day, like in conclusion, stay tuned for part 2, because I'm going to give y'all movies. And yeah, make sure you like this video, subscribe down below, and make sure you turn on that post notification bell so you can get a notification every time I post. And you already know what I'm about to say. Stay tuned. I think I said that already. Oh my god. But you know, stay tuned for more content, because the grind don't stop. It don't. Alright? Y'all know it don't. I'm trying to upload every Saturday, so I'm trying to own up to that. You know, I'm trying to go by that schedule. So yeah. And I got a lot of feedback on my outro song in my last video. So I really think y'all gonna enjoy this next outro song. But ain't nothing too crazy, you know. I ain't gonna hit y'all with the heat yet. You know, I gotta take baby steps, you know. Just like how I'm doing with this YouTube stuff. I'm taking baby steps, you know. So I gave y'all some heat, but I can't give y'all the fire yet, feel me? So we starting with the heat, and then I'm gonna give y'all the fire. Alright? So ain't gonna be nothing too much, but yeah. So hope everybody's staying safe. Hope everybody's staying home. Because like I said, I want to have a summer. Please and thank you. But yeah. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and have a good day. Hold on. Wait a minute. Another outro song? Grrr, ba, 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 ba. It's my outro song. Yeah.